Hello everyone, my name is Izzuddin Osman, and in this AutoCAD new tutorial we are going to learn how to build a 3D house design from scratch. Based on this particular 3D design which is shown on my screen right now, it is quite a simple bungalow house. So we are going to design this particular bungalow house from scratch, okay, based on this particular design. So I'm going to take a fresh new file from my AutoCAD. Okay, I'll be starting to draw from scratch after setting my units. Okay, I'll be choosing and of course we have to just more or less estimate our limits. Okay, so I'll be estimating my my maximum point to be 10,000, 10,000, and I will zoom all. Okay, I'll be starting to draw from the top view because we want to draw the wall structure for this particular bungalow house. So we want to bring up the wall structure first, and after that we are going to build the roof for that particular house along with its windows and frames and doors and everything, and including this porch also. Okay, so we are going to draw the wall structure on our top view, alright, using a polyline. So this part's going to be 10,000. Okay, so this part's going to be 8,000. This part's going to be 4,000. This part going to be 4,000. And then I'm going to just move this a little bit here. So I'm going to offset this so that this wall will have a wall thickness of 200 mm. So I'm going to offset this as much as 200 mm. I'm going to change my view to SE isometric, and I'm going to try to press pull it, okay, using the press pull command. So I'm just going to change to conceptual visual style first, type PRESS, see whether I can press pull this wall structure as much as 4,000 mm. Alright, so I'm going to do this particular roof right now. Okay, this first roof over here. Okay, so we are going to draw that first roof, and that roof height is actually 2,000 mm. Okay, 2,000 mm. So I'm going to draw that wall line reference first by just using a normal line. I'm going to draw the roof height here. I'm going to change my UCS so that my UCS or my work plane matches my roof, okay, my roof surface. So I'm going to change my UCS first by typing UCS enter. Alright, I'm going to now I'm going to draw an extension line over here. Alright, just as much as 800 mm. So I'm going to join, I'm going to try to join all of the segments together by typing J enter, and I want to join all of the segments for my roof, okay, including this. Okay, and I'm going to offset this as much as 200 mm. Okay, if it doesn't go right, you can just draw it again. This part and this part. Okay, try to draw this extension part over here. Okay, and I'm going to close this part just using a normal line. Alright. Okay, I'm going to kind of like press pull this particular roof right now. Okay, by using the press pull command. Okay, press pull command. Okay, so I just type PRESS. We try to use the press pull command first, see whether it goes. Alright, so I just try to estimate for this part. Alright, press escape and try to change to conceptual. You can see we got our roof already for this part. Okay. But of course we have to close that particular roof. Alright. I'm going to close it, right? I'm going to extrude it a little bit so that it's going to close that part. So it's going to look something like this. So I've done closing this, but you can also union this if you want by using union command. Just like UNI enter, you can actually union that if you want. Okay, and of course if you want to extrude this part a little bit, you are able to do that. If you can see in this particular 3D design, it is extruded a little bit on this part. So you can use the solid edit command. Type solid edit, right? Choose solid edit and choose face, right? Extrude. Alright, choose extrude and try to find the face which you want to extrude, and key in how many mm's would you like to extrude for that particular face. Let's say I want to extrude around 1000 more, so you just type 1000 over here. Because I'm going to that way, so I'm going to type positive 1000, press enter, enter again, so you can see it is extruded, okay, that way. Okay, now I'm going to build this particular roof, this part, for this part. Alright, for this part. So I'm going to change my visual style to 2D wireframe, right? I'm going to draw a reference line here first. Alright, so I just type L, enter, draw the reference line over here. Draw a vertical line from that reference line. This one is 1002, 1200, and just connect on this particular. Okay, so I'm going to change my UCS or my work plane so that it matches my roof. So I'm going to type UCS, enter. Alright. I'm going to click this point, and this point. Alright, so it matches already. I'm going to try to draw an extension of a line over here. Just type 800. So I got the extension already with this one, 400. Alright, in this part over here, I'm going to type L, enter, type 800. So this part is 400. So I'm going to join it after that. I try to join it first, type J, enter. See whether it can be joined or not. Okay, press enter. So it is joined. See whether it can be offsetted to 200 mm. Okay, and just close that particular part, this particular part. Okay, so we are going to try to, you can actually extrude or press pull this particular cross section over here. Okay, but I'm going to try using press pull command. Alright, so I just try press pull command, type PRESS, enter, try to select inside the area over here. So you can see when I want to select that particular region of that roof, it is broken apart. You can see it is separated. So I try to join everything, and I will use the extrude command for this roof, okay, to simplify this process. Enter. So I already joined everything, and just type EXT, enter, and I'm able to extrude. Let's say I want to extrude it until here. So you can see first under conceptual whether it's okay or not. Alright, so you got your roof already. Select this, right click, properties. I'm just changing the color just to differentiate it. Of course, you can close this part if you want. You can just draw back or trace back this area, okay, and then you can just extrude it just to close that particular part. Okay, you can just type PL, right, PL, enter. Just try to trace back this part again, okay, and just extrude it. Type EXT, enter, extrude it, maybe around 200. See whether it goes correctly or not. So if it goes correctly, you can definitely union it. Okay, union both. You can orbit it. Okay, orbit this. Okay, if I want to extend more of this roof, I can definitely use my solid edit command. Just type solid, choose edit, solid edit, choose face, extrude. I choose extrude, click this part over here, press enter. When it asks specify height of extrusion, I will type 1000. Click this point first, and I will type 1000 over here, press enter and enter again. So it's going to extrude as much as 1000. Okay, as you can see over here. Okay, so we are already done for the roof. Now we are going to do for the window part and along with the door. Alright, so we're going to start with the door first. Alright, with the door first. So since I'm going to draw for this part, right, I'm going to change my UCS so that it matches with that wall surface. Alright, so I'm going to type UCS, enter. I'm going to click here, click here, click here, so that it matches there. I'm going to orbit this a little bit. You can orbit it by typing 3DO, enter. Click and drag to orbit your visual design. Or you can also press and hold your shift key while holding your mouse scroll and just move your mouse. You are able to do it by using your shortcut key from your keyboard. You can also press shift and hold with your mouse scroll and move your mouse. You can 3D orbit this. Okay, but of course you can also type 3DO, enter, and orbit this particular design. Alright, so I'm going to change back to my 2D wireframe. I'm going to type rectangle, REC, enter, click over here, and I'm going to type D, enter, because I want to enter the dimension for this, which is 1100. in its length 1100, enter, and the height is 2100, enter. See whether it goes correctly or not. Click. After that, click. You can definitely use the press pull command to kind of subtract or to create the door hole or cut out. So I'm going to use the press pull command, definitely use the press pull command to create a subtraction of this particular cutout. So I got this cutout already. Press conceptual to see whether it's okay or not. So I'm going to design the door as well. So I'm going to draw directly on that particular surface by using a rectangle. Okay, from here to here. So I'm going to make the door is around 50 mm in its thickness. So I'm going to type 50. So I got my door already, and then I go to conceptual. Just color it maybe brown color, because door is usually brown color. Okay, click OK. I got that already. Try to move it a little bit inside. So I'm going to move this a little bit inside, maybe by 100 mm. Okay, try first. Okay, 100 mm going inside. So I'm going to create the window part over here. So I'm going to change my UCS so that it matches to this wall surface. Okay, so I'm going to change to 2D wireframe. So I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, something like my reference line. Okay, something like my reference line. So just draw this line from here to here. Okay, so this is, you can actually check the length of that line is actually 4200, so that this line is actually until here only, to here only. So you can check back. This should be my reference line, and the length is 4000, and then I'm going to offset it as much as 2100. Okay, here I'm going to offset it here, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. Alright, REC, enter, click. And because I want to create the window part of this particular wall, and the length is actually 3000, so I'm going to type D, enter, right? Enter 3000, enter, and the height is 1008, enter. And of course I will click to end that particular rectangle, move this and put it over here. Okay, so I'm going to try the press pull command, because the press pull command works better in subtraction or creating a cutout or a hole on a particular structure. Alright, so I will use the press pull command by typing PRESS, enter. I will click inside here and just kind of move my mouse going inside to create the cutout. You can double check by going to conceptual. Definitely, if you want to make the window part, you can change this to wireframe again and draw a rectangle here. I will draw a rectangle here again just to digital trace that, something like tracing that. I'm going to offset it by 50 mm because I want to create something like the frame for the window part. Alright, so I got this already, and I'm going to extrude this, both of them, okay, as much as 100 mm. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract that. As you enter, click the outside object, enter, click the inside one, enter. So I will get something like this. Okay, so I got it already. I can even color it just to kind of differentiate it. Okay, I got this already, and I'm going to draw a line over here. I'm going to draw a line over here as my reference. Okay, as my reference. Okay, let's see, from here to here. I'm going to draw just a reference line. This is my line, and I'm going to offset it as much as 1000 mm because I want to create the panel for the window. Alright, as much as 1000. Offset it again. Over here I want to create another frame inside, so I'm going to offset it by 25 mm. So I'm taking half of that. Alright, so I'm just offsetting it like this. Okay, set it like this, and I will definitely delete the center lines, and I will use my rectangle and draw that Okay, draw this part already. So I got this already. Okay, I use my rectangle and draw this part. Okay, I got this and this part, and I'm going to extrude both of them right now, going inside as much as 100. Okay, so I got this. If you go to conceptual, you can actually see this. You can actually color it with a different color, with a brown color, because you want to differentiate it with the wall. Okay, and of course you will union this, just like UNI enter, union this just to make it all combine. Okay, press enter, so it is union. You can see that. If you want to delete the you can also delete the line reference if you, okay, if you want. So definitely I'm going to draw another line below here. Alright, so here I'm going to draw it here, somewhere here. Okay, from here to here. So I'll take my conceptual view and draw it from here to here. Okay, and I'll go back to my 2D wireframe. So this is my line, actually, my reference line. Okay, this is my line. So I'm going to offset it by 500 mm. So I'm going to type 500. Offset this going up like this. Okay, and I'll offset this by 25 mm because I want to create this part of a frame. Okay, and definitely can delete all the center lines if you don't want that rectangle, just to kind of digital trace that rectangle again, digital trace that part, rectangle again, digital trace this part, and of course it will extrude this, extrude this, enter, going inside 100, enter. Okay, go to conceptual, change this. Okay, just change the color to combine it. Definitely a union. Alright, definitely a union command just to combine it. Okay, type UNI, enter. You are able to combine this. Okay, so you got that already. Okay, and you kind of want to push this frame going inside, so you can just type M, enter, right? You can choose any point as your base point, just polar track that going inside as much as 50 mm, so that it goes a little bit inside. So you got something like this, and of course you can clear up all your lines, right? Definitely you can clear all these lines together. Okay, since it's too many lines there. Okay, so you can see we've done the window part already. Okay, and we can actually draw for the glass also there. Okay, I will draw a rectangle here. Okay, just type REC, enter, starting from here. Okay, and kind of orbit this a little bit until I reach here. So I got that already, and then I'm going to change to wireframe. Okay, I got this part. This is my glass. Alright, I'm going to extrude it a little bit, maybe around 20. Okay, so I'm going to create a new layer and call it glass. Okay, I'll color it, definitely color it with light blue. Definitely set the transparency to 50%. Okay, click OK. So when you go to your conceptual, right, select this, you can just transfer it to the glass, and you can see it is transparent, and it really looks like a glass effect. Okay, and you can definitely move this. I'm going to move this and put it directly on the center of my frame. So I got that already. Okay, I got that already. So I'm going to do this part of the window over here. Alright, so I'm going to change my UCS. I'm going to type UCS, enter. I'm gonna change it, put it here. Okay, and the dimension for that is actually we are going to draw like a reference line, okay, starting from here actually. Okay, starting from here. So I'm going to draw it starting from here, and this is actually 500 mm. Okay, and that is 500 mm, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. Okay, and then I'm going to type B, enter, right? I'm going to type 200 as its length, and 1000 I'll type REC, enter, click. This is my first point. I'm going to type D, enter. Okay, the length is 500 and the height is 1008, enter, click. Okay, so I got that already. Okay, I got that already, this part. So I'm going to draw like another reference line over here, and this part is 200. Okay, 200. I'm going to copy that. Okay, I'm going to copy this, put it over here. Okay, put another reference line here and copy another one over to this location. Of course, you can use press pull command. It is very fast if you use press pull command to create cutouts, right? Window cutout, or even door cutout, window holes or door holes. You can definitely use press pull command. You can see how fast I did for that window part using press pull command. All right, so I'm going to draw the frame, right? The frame for the window right now. I'm going to draw it right now. So I'm going to type REC, enter. I'm going to trace it again over here. Okay, I got this already. I'm going to offset it to 50. All right, 50 over here. I'm going to offset it 50 over here. I'm going to extrude it, EXT, extrude it, both of them, extrude it as much as 100. Okay, and I'm going to subtract it. SU, enter, click the outside frame, enter, click the inside object, enter, and you got your frame already. Okay, you got your frame already. Okay, definitely I will draw this reference lines over here. Okay, and I will offset it as much as 500 mm. Okay, here, and I'm gonna offset this by 25 mm. Okay, this part and this part. Okay, select this center line and delete it. Type REC to digital trace that, and you kind of like, you want to extrude that going inside as much as 100, because you want to combine with the outer frame which you did earlier. Okay, so you got this already, and you will change the color just to differentiate with the wall. Of course, you can union this, UNI, enter, you can union this. Okay, and definitely you can push this a little bit going inside by 50 mm. Okay, you can also go back to your wireframe, right, and you can select all the lines which are not needed and delete them. Okay, just to clear up everything. Okay, more or less it looks something like this, and we are going to draw a rectangle for the glass over here, starting from here until here. Okay, we can extrude that a little bit, maybe around around 20. Okay, 20, just a small thickness there, and definitely can transfer it to the glass. Okay, and move it, you can move it a little bit, put it here. Okay, so you got that already, and definitely you can copy this. Okay, you can copy this, just CO, enter, select this. Maybe you can park this for a while over here, and just after that you can push it inside. Okay, Okay, so if you want to draw, right, for this the big window part over here, over on this section, we are going to draw the window part over on this section, these 3 window panels over here, the very big window, according to its dimension. We are going to draw it according to its dimension over there. Okay, so I'm going to draw that. Of course, I'm going to change my UCS so that my UCS matches that wall. Okay, so I'm going to change back to my 2D wireframe over here so that I can really see the lines and everything. And I'm going to trace this line, right, by just using a normal line like this. I'm going to trace this line over here, and I'm going to offset this by 3500 mm. So I'm going to offset it by 3500, press enter, and I'm going to offset this line above here. Okay, I'm going to draw the window, right, the window. Type REC, enter right now, click. I type D, enter, and the length is going to be 1500, enter, and the width is going to be 1800. Okay, okay, so I got the wrong measurement actually. So I type REC, enter, click again, type D, enter, the length is going to be 1005, the height is going to be 3000. Okay, 3000. Okay, so I got this part already, and I will draw a reference line here. This is as much as 200. Okay, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy this, put it here. I'm going to copy this, put it here. It's my base point, put it over here. Okay, using my press pull command, right, I can definitely create the subtraction of this really fast. This one I'm going to put around 1005 also. Okay, this one I can just using my mouse like this, because it's going to create something like this. Okay, you can see I've created something like this. Okay, and then you just need to put in the frames and everything, and along with the glass. Okay, just like you did for this part. Okay, just like you did for this part. And to do for the porch part over here, right, of course you must change this particular UCS so that it matches the wall. Just like UCS, enter, just change it like this. Okay, so I'm going to draw for the porch part over here, something like a box. I'm going to draw something like a box, right, so that it'll be representing the porch area. Okay, so I'm going to use the box command. You can just type BOX, enter. You can try to really target to a particular location which you want. Let's say this location. Alright, I'm going to try to use my wireframe. Okay, I'll just type box. Alright, or better yet, I'll be using my rectangle. It's kind of difficult for me to target the base for my box. I'm going to use rectangle and enter the dimension. Alright, so I'm going to type D, enter. I'm going to type the length should be around 4000. Okay, and the width is around 300. Okay, alright, so I got that already. Click, and I'm just going to move it a little bit higher, maybe like here, like this. Okay, so I'm going to extrude it maybe around 2 meter, like that. Okay, type 2 meter. So I got this part already. Okay, so you can double check by conceptual. Alright, so definitely I will draw for its pillar over here. Okay, so I'm going to really change my UCS so that it matches to the surface of this porch. Alright, and I'm going to draw more or less the pillar. So I'm going to type rectangle. Alright, let me type rectangle over here. Okay, maybe just something like that. So I'm going to extrude this, type EXT, enter, select this cross section, and the height, I'm going to choose this point as my height, so that it's gonna level this definitely. So I got this part. I'm going to union these two, both of them together. So I got this part already. Okay, you can see how AutoCAD can create this 3D house design really fast. Okay, and okay, I'm going to do for the floor and for this porch floor also. Alright, so I'm going to kind of digital trace this part using polyline. This one, this part, I'm just retracing back the line. Okay, until here, so I got it already. Okay, so I got this already, and of course I will extrude it, EXT, enter. So extrude it maybe around 200, 200, enter. So I got the floor already. So let's say I change it to blue color, dark blue color. Okay, so I got it already. And if I want to do this floor for this porch, maybe I can use a rectangle. Alright, type REC, enter. Okay, just draw for this part and just type EXT, enter, extrude it a little bit, type 200, enter. So I got this part already. Maybe I can color it with a different color just to differentiate it. Maybe I choose a darker gray color. Okay, darker gray like this. Okay, so I use a gray color. Okay, to do for the door handle, right, you can actually try to draw directly on the surface of the door. Okay, like type UCS, center. Okay, just try to match with that particular surface of the door, right? Sometimes when you click it, right, it doesn't really go there. Got to really zoom. Okay, and I definitely should go to wireframe, right? Go to wireframe and I will draw a circle. Alright, around here, maybe around here. I will take radius around 20. Okay, see whether, okay, go to conceptual first. See, so you can see actually whether the location is okay or not. You can kind of want to move it a little bit if it goes off. Okay, so I'm going to definitely extrude that. Okay, by 50 mm. I'm going to copy that, definitely copy that. Okay, and I will draw a cylinder. Definitely draw a cylinder, but I've got to change my UCS so that the base of the cylinder, okay, is on the bottom, and I will type CYL, choose cylinder, and draw the cylinder like this, around 20 also as the base, and just match it here. If you can see, it goes something like this. You can actually increase the height to maybe around 500. Okay, and after that you can just move it a little bit down like this. Okay, alright, so to create the window part for the front is you have to create the frames just like you did for this part over here. Okay, thank you so much for joining our tutorial. and see you later for our next tutorial.